So, I believe this is show 9 that we're talking about here, and this would be Toronto, Canada. Funny story about this spot, right? Years ago, when we were doing the Smoking Grooves tour at Cypress Hill, one of the shows was at this place.
The Budweiser Stage is the name of the venue, but it used to be called the Molson Arena or something like that. We did many shows here.
That was one of our, like, you know, first big shows in Canada, this Smoking Grooves tour thing.
One of the times that we played here, we didn't even have B-Real, but that's a whole other story.
I happened to miss that show. I flew back home to take care of some personal business and whatnot, and as I'm coming back to the gig, my flight gets delayed by an hour. Nobody knew why the flight was delayed, but it was delayed by an hour. They let us go on the plane after the hour. You know, they sorted it out, got everybody on the plane. We get on the plane. We're on the plane for about an hour, and it's not taxiing or doing anything. It's just sort of sitting there. They pull us off the plane, said they had a malfunction with this plane. They couldn't figure out, they had to put us on another plane. So another hour goes by while we're waiting for a plane to take us to Toronto, and they find another plane. I still have time to make it though for the gig, right? Because Cypress was going on at 7:30 at this point, and you know, I still had time to make it. We get on this plane, and we're on for about an hour, and then I'm looking at it like, oh, this is getting close. What's going on here? And they pull us off the plane. They tell us that a dog has gotten out of one of its kennels, chewed up wires back there. This plane could not leave. We had to wait for another plane. That third plane that we were waiting for wasn't going to get me there on time, so I did not make that show. And it was at this spot. Now, the very next booking at this place for me was with Prophets of Rage, when it was still called the Molson Center or Molson Arena or something like this. And it's a very nice place. It's the only gig on this tour that is not an arena so far. All of them have been in arenas. This one was sort of like an opened ceiling venue.
All of the shows have been inside arenas and everything like that. So it was good to have a little different look.
Beautiful place. Great vibes there. So in returning, I knew this place, obviously, and I thought we're gonna have a great show here tonight, because people out here, they intake and they just let it all flow and let it all hang out.
And every time Toronto just raises the bar another level, they were off the fucking chain, man. From the opening set I did, they recognized hip hop, they recognized rock, they recognized the vibe, and they acquiesced energy, and I fucking loved it. Especially the part when I dropped Walk by Pantera, and they were fucking insane.
The only thing we did different was obviously we flipped the Get High shit to the front, which I think people appreciate more, because we're coming out with these big old fat joints and just setting the tone immediately. Gotta set the tone.
Toronto is definitely one of the top shows on all the Canadian shows that we did. I mean, much love to all the fans out there in Canada that came out to our shows. Toronto was lit. We just came out with, you know, smoking. Well, not me, you know. Shouts out to my PO.
Man, it was a smoky vibe. People started lighting up their shit, and it was a ramp up from song 1 to the last song. I mean, it was pretty dope, because there they have this small general admission pit area, but it's big enough. And when you fill that thing up and everybody's fucking going crazy, it looks amazing. It sort of makes everybody in the seats get up and go crazy, because now they're not just watching the show, they're watching the impact that the show's having on those people so close to the energy.
it's cool that we're able to switch things around and give people a slightly different show, but with the same result, same dramatic and exciting, outcome, which is to get people hyped up for Slipknot, and also for people that have not seen Cypress ever to get part of the Cypress Hill experience.
It's a great experience. In Toronto, man, is one of the best places to bring something like this to, because they're ready for the energy, man. And not for nothing, they have some good ass weed out there too. So salute to them folks, to them growers, to them cultivators, putting in that work so that connoisseurs like us could feel at home wherever the fuck we go. And Canada did that, man. So salute to Canada and everybody that came to those shows.
This is the stuff that you don't see. So just the fact that we got this going on, this is really part of the true experience of what happens. Just want you to know that. And it's great, and you gotta love it, man. This is all part of tour life. This is tour life. So it's good that you guys are checking it out.
Knotfest Roadshow 2022, Cypress Hill Slipknot coming at ya. Soldier Stories by Cypress Hill, courtesy of BREALTV. Make sure you subscribe, leave a comment, show some love or not. It's up to you.
AJUANA. Marijuana. Marijuana.